Good afternoon, good afternoon. How's everybody feeling this evening? How's everybody feeling, loves? I hope everybody's doing well. Hope y'all rested up and got home and took your showers. Just got your feet all kicked up, just relaxing. Just enjoying this beautiful day, this beautiful night. It's a good night. The wind just is blooming just a little bit. I was out there a few minutes ago, but I came on back in the house, loves. But loves, I got on here today because I've been holding something to my dear heart. And I feel like now it's the time for me to share what I've been through. When I tell you you don't know my story, you actually don't. You only know by what another person may tell you. But I can tell my story. I don't have a mind telling my story. So, the next time you hear my story, you're going to hear it out the cat's mouth. Me. And loves, when I tell you this path that I have traveled, it's going on about a year now. It's going on about a year. We're close to a year. And I tell people what I want them to know. And I only do things when I feel led to do it. I get on here, I laugh, I play, I cook. I do the things that I enjoy doing. But loves, I just want you all to never ever stop trusting in God. Never ever think there's nobody else out there that loves you. Because there's somebody out there that loves you. It ain't got nothing to do with no man, no woman. And loves, I had to learn that. I had to learn that on the path that I was on. And I don't know if you all, I hadn't said it. I don't think I even said it. I don't even think I even mentioned it. Last year on August the 15th, I felt like my life was shattered. I felt like my life had went downhill. August the 15th of 2023. It all happened because I dealt with an individual that I stopped dealing with. And the thing is, he don't know that I know to this day that everything that occurred, majority of the things that have occurred in my life was due to my affiliation with him. And I left that situation. I left that situation behind a year or two prior to what happened to me last year. But the thing is, when people have so much of animosity, so much when they consider themselves being powerful, they consider themselves being a person more than God, more than spirit. And this person tried to ruin my whole life, my whole reputation. And it's not that I didn't see it. It was just not my time. It wasn't my time to mention it. I had to bury the hurt inside. I had to bury what had happened to me inside. And on August the 15th, I went to work. I had a government job. And after I had completed my work task, getting ready to go home, getting ready to go out the gates, I was stopped with flashing lights, you know, federal officers or whatever you may want to call it, and told to pull over. Guy asked me, he said, "Do you have any weapons?" I said, "I do. I'm a licensed carrier." He said, "Could you hand me the gun? Hand me your weapon." I gave him the weapon. I showed him my permit. That situation tried to ruin my whole life. I didn't know I had so many people that envied me, so many people that was against me, and majority of them was women. You know, we may not want to say it, but women don't help one another. Women pull each other down. And that particular day, he asked for my weapon. I gave him my weapon. He told me I got to take it in, make sure it don't have anything on them, check for fingerprints and everything. You get your weapon back within a week. I said, okay, that's fine with me. I said, so what's the procedure behind this? I said, do I need to return back to work tonight? Because I work the night shift. He said, you have to take that up with the supervisor. I said, oh, no problem. I do that. So that night when I went back to work, went in for work, before I could hit the clock, I was told to report to the office. I reported to the office where I was sat down, and my supervisor at the time, he asked me a few questions. He asked me what happened. I told him exactly what happened, what I just said to you all. And he said, well, you're going to have to leave the premises until we decide what we're going to do. So I left the premises. I've been off work now going on 2 months. In 2 more months, it'll be a year. And I have went up for what they call it when you have like a decision date. I done went up for that. I done went into questioning. I done been through all of that. I even been in court for the gun. I went to court for the gun in November. And they threw my case out of court. And told me they wasn't going to charge it as a federal offense or anything. That they was going to charge it as a misdemeanor, and took it out of that courthouse. So I had to make payments. They had me making payments for a fine, which was $500. At the time, I didn't even have a job. Didn't know where my next paycheck was going to come from, because they had suspended my pay. All of this was a setup. All of this was a setup. I had been watched for a minute. I had been watched for a while. I won't say a minute, but a while. I had been watched. And I was watched by an individual that set individuals to watch me, because I no longer wanted to deal with that individual at the time. And this man followed my life for just about 2 years. And I would see him I would see him, and it was so funny the fact that God would tell me to do certain things, and I would do it and catch them and act as if I'd never seen them. But I seen him, so I knew he had something to do with what had happened and what had occurred. Because at one particular time, I was scared. I ain't gonna say I was scared, but I was gonna protect me and my children. I'm a single parent. I have 2 children that stays at home with me, and I was working at nights. And I come home to a house at 5:30 in the morning, and my house is open. My back door is wide open. I was scared because the only thing I can think about was my babies. Is my babies okay? So of course, I had to get me some type of protection, and I carried it faithfully. But that particular, I'm gonna go back because I'm getting all off track. That particular day that I was sent home without pay. Before that, I had got hurt at work. I got hurt, so I was on limited duty, where I couldn't do as much as other workers because I got hurt on the job. I was hit by a guy driving a machinery. So I have back issues, and they flare up. If anybody having a back problem, you know that's a pain that never ever goes. If it's really severe, it never ever leaves you. So sometimes I be in pain, you know. And they picked with me on that job. They picked with me for no reason at all. I mean, it's sad, but you have individuals that actually go to work just to give you hell. And that's what I went through for 2.5 years on that job. I was at the job prior to that, going on approximately 8 years. And it was a hurting thing to know that I was forced out of work. I was forced out of work. To this day, they still have me on payroll. And I'm gonna tell you something. They have me on payroll saying they still trying to make a decision. I have funds that I had accumulated, that I had saved in my TSP account. That is an account that the government set up for you, and you can put money in there, and you can have so much taken out your check. And I was doing that, you know. So I did that, and I can't even touch that. They won't even allow me to touch that. The young lady from the union told me if I touched that, she said you will have to pay us back. That's money that I put in though. But I would have to pay them back, because if they bring me back on, that's money that I would have to pay back. So I don't want to be penalized for that. I'm just showing you how people are. I'm just telling you all how they try to set my life up. And remind you, I don't have no income. I have a mortgage. I have a car note. I have, at the time it was winter time, bills go sky up high because you burning more just to stay warm. They didn't care nothing about me. I learned a lot. God showed me a lot. God showed me what I needed to see. And these are all people working together. People, when I tell you individuals working together, I mean you got the federal government. You got people that are in different sororities, different like the Masons and all this other different stuff that goes on. All these people working in cahoots together because they know it's like a chain. They know each other. And just because one individual didn't like me and he had power, he tried to tear my whole life to shambles. Everything that I worked so hard for. Everything that I work hard for. This individual tried to tear my life up because I no longer wanted to deal with this particular person. And he know who he is because he watched my channel. So it is what it is. I don't care nothing about it. I really never cared nothing about it, but it wasn't my time to speak on it. And when I tell you all, I'm still, I ain't gonna say I'm still, they still feel like they got me in the shambles. They got me just in this little shell. They want to know how is she paying her rent? How is she still surviving? God. When I tell you God is real, Spirit is real. He's real. And I never put my trust in what man can do for me. See, that's what they misunderstood. I never put my faith in what a man can do for me. And just the idea, just to think back on the way they set my life, the way they wanted to set my life up. These people wanted me homeless. These people wanted me and my children without. I couldn't even receive unemployment. And I would say unemployment don't have nothing to do with what happened to me. Because the case was thrown out of court. But they said because I'm still on payroll in their book, I'm still on payroll, I can't receive unemployment. But I'm not receiving any funds. Nothing. I got hurt on the job and I was getting workers' comp. Before all of this even went down, they called me in to set me up. Told me they had me another job where I would be able to not be on my back so bad, where I just made me comfortable. Said they was gonna make me comfortable. And I wasn't at work a week. I wasn't at work a week before all of this hit me. So, loves, when I tell you all, you better get that. You better get that from God, from Spirit. You better get that relationship. You better get that foundation with Him. Because the world we live in right now, people are wicked. People are wicked. I done had the young lady call me twice, telling me to come in for meetings. They still send me texts as if I still work at this facility. But I hadn't received any income. No income. But this the government. I'm just letting you all know how wicked people are. And when I tell y'all, my life was like a display. It was a display played before me. I knew was about to happen, but I couldn't put my hands on it. I knew something weird was happening, but I had even forgot all about what was going on. I had forgot. And as I look back on it now, when I tell you don't know my story, you don't know my story. I done been through so much to an individual like myself. Any other individual that have ran off a rooftop, what I done been through. Prior to that happening to me, I had lost one of my children's father. He died from diabetes. And that was a whole pill to swallow. But did I get to sit in that? No. Because I had to deal with other stuff that was occurring in my life. Things just happening, one thing behind the next. With the gun, with the job loss. You know, with how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that. You know, prior to that, I lost my grandmother a year before that. Prior to that, I lost my aunt a year before that. Prior to that, I lost my other aunt a year before that. Prior to that, I lost my cousin a year before that. And all that stuff. Now, these people was close to me. When I say close, I mean home close. But that stuff I had to deal with. So when you see me dancing, when you see me smiling, I got something to dance and I got something to smile about. You understand? I have a lot to dance and I have a good reason to smile. Because I ain't near where people want me to be. I had people throwing black magic on me. Going to play for root work to put on me. You know, I didn't have nobody I could call on. All I had was me and my children. Me and my children. And just imagine that me having to be able to comfort them with all what's going on in my life. And I'm still having people of my past trying to pull me down. I had to deal with that. I can sit here and say I'm still dealing with it, but I don't deal with it. I'm not dealing with it. I gave it over to God. I've been gave it over to Him. So everything they throwing at me, just know you're not throwing it at me no longer. You're throwing it at Him. I gave that sword over to Him. I ain't fighting no battles. He's fighting my battles. You know, He has always fought my battles. He put me in situations just to see how people are. These are tests. These are tests that I done been through. So when you look at me, I'm just a test tube, baby. I'm just a test tube. So how you gonna deal with this? How you gonna float with this test tube? Is you gonna talk about it? Is you gonna treat it right? I'm just a little glass test tube. How you gonna deal with it? Is you gonna judge me? You know? People are wicked. People are low down. And I had no idea it's so much hatred. Women hate so bad. They envy so bad of other women. Instead of pushing and lifting that individual up. I'm not talking about one race. I'm speaking on all women. When I speak on women, I speak on all women. Because they do it in every nationality. Women are pulling each other down. They'll smile in your face and greet you. but side-eyeing you at the same time. And it's sad. It's really sad. And the men, they hate to see a woman like me. I'm not going to say all men, because some men, majority of men, know who they are. I'm talking about the weak men. The weak men that want to pull a woman down because they carry the flaw. I'm talking about the weak men. That's who I'm speaking on. It's sad. It's sad what you have went and did. What you have done to me and my family. When I put in your life to love you, but you disrespected me, you walked over me as if I was a nobody. But then you follow me all the years of my life. That's a problem. That's the problem when you can't sleep good at night because you worry about what I got going on. Because you tried to pull me down. It's sad. But we got men out here that got flawed character and call themselves a man. Want respect. But you don't respect no queen. Because I consider myself a queen. You understand? I consider myself a queen. But you got low character men don't want to respect the queen. Want to pull her down. Want her to be reaching up, struggling. Want her to lay on her back to get it the best way she know how. To get it the best way people thought she knew how to do, I say. Because see, I ain't got to do that, love. God take care of me. Spirit take care of me. So when you watch and view my life, I want you to go back and I want you to tell the truth. Tell the truth. Tell the truth of what you had in your life and what you decided to deal with. Tell the truth how you try to shimmer and pull my life down. Because I no longer wanted to deal with your story. And when I say it was a story, it was a story. Because it was a story that was lied. You lied and came to me. You understand? You didn't tell me you was married. I had to find out. Because you had more than one home. And because I didn't want that in my life. Because I'm not that woman. I'm not that one who just want to deal with a man and be the side piece. I'm nobody's side piece. If I can't be number one, baby, I'm nobody at all. And loves, that's my truth. That's my truth, and I stand on it. 100%. Flawed and all. People will try to turn your life upside down. But the thing is, when I tell you, he prepared me. He prepared me, love. When I tell you he prepared me, I mean just what I say. So when you worry about how she did it, I want you to think about the people that's no longer with me. My mama, she taught me spunk. She taught me sassy. She told me not to take no out for nobody, and I don't have to deal with it. Who else? My grandmother. The meek and mild. That's what she was. She was meek and she was mild. And she didn't say nothing. She didn't have the need to say anything. So people made their opinions. They made their assumptions about her. Just like you did me. Because you felt like I didn't know nothing. You felt like I was weak. No, I'm not. I'm a little past weak. You know? When I tell you, he prepared me, he prepared me. If you want to reflect back, I go back to my auntie. See, all the people and the individuals that were put in my life, they were put in my path for a reason. They no longer here, but they came and they did their job. So when you get mad, you have to get mad with what brought me here. You know, that's the generation that I come from. And it goes on and on and on. So when you see me, you see pieces of me. Each piece you see of me, you see individuals that reared me. And I picked up every last one of them. And when you want to look and you say, look here and there, little things about me, I got it honestly, baby. I took notes very well. But you need to take note. Don't go through life, the rest of your life, trying to pull another individual down. Because this one right here, I was built for this. I was built for it. And loves, like I said, when you see me, that's just a spigot of what I've been through. I done been through some things. And no, I ain't never what I've been through. I'm not that. Because God shields me, he protects me. I know who my Father is. I know who supplies my needs. Nobody but him. So when you see all your tactics not working, and you wonder why, my question to you is, who you believe in? Who do you really believe in? Time is whining. Time is whining, love. Like I say all the time, better get you together. Because I'm good over here. I sleep good at night. I don't worry about nothing. I don't worry about the bills being paid. God got me. Spirit got me. He put people in my path for different reasons. He prepared me for this a long time ago. So no, you ain't hurt me. You ain't shattered my heart. No. And to that woman that want a man so bad till you just deal with anything, allow anything to go past, even try to hurt another woman when you know what this individual has done. You already know. Don't be aloof to what you know. You deal with your truth. But loves, I'm good over here. I just came back from a trip. Just came back from a trip. 3-day trip. It was needed. You know. You know, my aunt wanted to take me out, and I enjoyed myself. Because it's still some good people out here, loves. But just know what you're dealing with. Still some good people out here. You know, the sad part about it is people try to bring you down to their level because of the way they was raised, because of the way the individual that came a step path in their life. They try to deal with you that way. You can't deal with me in a type of way because I won't accept it. I won't allow it. I know who I am. I know my value. Now, I might not have a job now. That's because you had your hand in it. And you helped them do whatever they need to do. And y'all still doing what y'all do. But I'm good. I'm good. Just know. He working it out. He said, sit back. And I sat back. And I'm sitting back. I don't worry about what man nor woman can do. But God, the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, He leads me. He protects me. When they say, He protects me from my enemies. In that same token, He prepares a table in the presence of my enemies. So remember that. Remember that so you won't have to go do another individual the way you done me, the way you think you done me. Because I'm good. I'm good, Lord. Well, you all have a blessed night. I'm about to get up off of here. I done already took my shower and everything. I might go out here and sit on the porch and look. No, I might not. I'm thinking I'm finna just get ready to get in the bed. Loves. You all have a blessed night. Y'all enjoy yourself. And I tell my story because people don't have to go through a lot of stuff that they go through. It's because you got people in high position, high places that don't need no power. That the power was in the wrong hand. But that situation about to change, loves. That situation is about to change. Because the thing is, when He allow you to get that power and you misuse that power, remember that. All right, loves, you all have a blessed night. I'm about to get up off of here. Go find me something to watch with my daughter. I'm not no TV person, but I'm gonna sit here and watch this movie with her. And I'm gonna get up off of here. That song playing in the background. That song reminds me of my mom's deathbed. That's the song we sung to my mom on her deathbed. And God got the final say, loves. Not man, not woman. God got the final say. Y'all have a blessed night.